What is good, guys? It's your boy Darian, man. Back at it again with another video. Today we got Mac Miller swimming. So, yeah, man, gotta talk about it, man. This album is it's crazy, man. It's an amazing album. You know, it's crazy because this album was insane. Damn, low battery. Hey, be what it be. This album did a lot for your boy, man. It it was crazy when it came out. It came out same week as Astroworld, and to this date, this album it was also a Grammy nominated album, which we can enjoy that part. But to me, this album was the Grammy winner. No offense to Cardi B. A lot of people wanted Astroworld to win. A lot of people also want. I think Daytona was nominated to. Daytona was a great project, and obviously the big beef over there. Um. I think Daytona was nominated. If it wasn't, correct. Either way, those two could have been obviously one. But to me, the best one, even though Swimming wasn't really considered a rap album, I still really wanted it to win because I knew it wasn't gonna win, but like, a little bit of me thought like maybe it could have won because like Swimming was just such a great album. It just like he didn't even have to like me personally like no cap like obviously I don't know if it was the following week or the following weeks when he passed away. I felt something harsh. I felt really sad that day. I was crying. I was depressed. I even made a video about it. Obviously all of that's just deleted. I made the review all that. It was so sad because to me this album really represented his state of mind, even with the interview he did before with Apple Music and everything. It felt like Mac Miller was going through a lot. Like, it was going through some fucking bullshit. He was going through a lot of depression. And in the end of the day, sadly, his demons did come back to bite him. And he's been, I guess, knowing about this for a while now with Faces and other songs. He's been preaching his death for a minute now. But this one hit the most because this album was literally couple of weeks before he passed. And starts off with the track "Come Back to Earth," where I'm not even lying to you. I don't know if I cried, but definitely felt pain and depression inside. Because when I was hearing that track, when that first track played, I was just thinking to myself, not only the cover and the title, but this album really is gonna make me self-reflect on what the fuck is going on with Mac Miller's mind at in the timeline that he made these tracks. Um, and Come Back to Earth was definitely probably maybe even the most depressing song on this album, and it was just it's just it's hard listening to it every time it comes on, but it's beautiful. Um it's beautifully depressing. I don't know what to say. Hurt Feelings, then that one comes on. When it first came out, a lot of speculations that this was about Ariana Grande, obviously the recent breakup and all the you know stuff that happened after of him, in the car, you know, fucking, crashing and running and all that shit. Um, but whether it was or whether it isn't, you know, it's just it's still a great song. And at the end of the day, just bro was bro was also kind of, comparing a girl to some of the drugs that he used within the song, which is honestly crazy. What's the Use is one of the more catchier, enjoyable funk songs on the album, and still kind of reminds me, it definitely reminds me a lot of what he's doing with Balloonerism. And it's crazy to think that Balloonerism, I know it's old, but I feel like that was the start of him into his Swimming, and we'll get to the next album when we review it, Circles kind of era. It's so crazy to think that even back then, he kinda, like it feels like it's just a intertwine between the music of just, like, philosophical questioning and the sadness of what's the use, what's the point of the world and shit, and it's just kinda like it's very eerie to say the least, um, how Mac Miller just really is in that realm. Um, I love What's Sleep, it's a great song. You can jam out to it, you can enjoy it, but within the lyrics, still just questioning what's the point of life? What's the real meaning to actually give a fuck about anything that you're doing at the time that you are in the present, you know? Oh, yeah. Perfecto is the way I look at it, perfecto is like the image of you trying to put the most perfect being next to you together that is going to try to save you and going to try to keep you at state for you to keep moving and to keep giving a fuck in life. But in the end of the day, I mean, is it really worth it? Is it really gonna stay here forever? Is that person even truly existing for yourself? Um, is it even achievable for yourself? Because in the end of the day, just it's not true. Um, self-care. I mean, hey man, when he made this throughout, I think if I'm correct, this was like nearly like right around the COVID time, or was it like I think it was. I'm trying to remember. Is this? No, I think this is before COVID. This is like yeah, this is insanely old. That's why I'm doing a blast from. I think it's 2018, before COVID. Either way, could you create a self care song before the COVID incident? 2 years before the COVID incident. And really pointing out you really gotta give self care, take care of yourself is awesome. Um, but the irony of self care and just how the way Mac Miller would find himself a couple weeks later is really sad. And also to know that he made this song before all the fucked up shit that would come after, not just his death. Just even after his death, all the fucked up shit that would happen. It's just like mental health and all that shit. And it's really important. And it's a great song. I love the switch up. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely as good as What's the Use. Wings is another great track. Um, just gotta keep having those wings. I'm trying to remember what the fuck it's about. um, I just remember it being like a good funky track. Um, yeah. Ladders to me is another one of those favorite tracks. Definitely when I first found it, I thought it was probably mostly my favorite track to repeat because of just the realism and just how Mac was telling and rhyming throughout the song. He's telling us just straight up facts. It's just like life is like ladders. At the end of the day, you're gonna be at your highest, you'll be at the middle, you'll be halfway up, one thirds, two thirds, two fourths, whatever, anything, right? And then you might still come down. There'll be mistakes, and you might go all the way back down. I mean, life is like a fucking ladder. And then also to shoot your shot, because in the end of the day, it's better to be 0-1, 0-2, or whatever the fuck the stats look like. Because at the end of the day, you never know what will come in the end. I just love it in every way, shape, and form. I think it's just such a great song. It's also catchy, enjoyable, the funk. Yeah. Small Worlds when it came out with, he had a bunch of singles leading up to this album. We had Buttons and another one I forgot. He had three singles leading up to this album. And well, Self Care was a single, but he had three like weird it was a weird pack, but Buttons or the other songs did not make it on, but Small Worlds did. Small Worlds was really good. I liked it. I thought it was really cool conceptually, and it was really enjoyable. Conversation Part 1. Um, I like it. He's really just talking to you, trying to have a conversation, trying to make you question a bunch of shit, trying to really understand how what you feeling like. I don't know. And then Deno, honestly sounds like a weed. I don't know, not a weed, but like a weird, like just a weird drowsy song of some sorts that him just doing dumb shit and not really he don't know what he's doing in this track, but it just sounds good. And I like it. Jet Fuel, another one of my favorites. Kind of like Wings. Um, but Jet Fuel, uh, I don't know. Just you just feel that passion, that energy. I love the chorus. It's just a really good song. And he really is he's spazzing out. He's really showing his capability of being an MC on it. Damn, that's tough. And then 2009, definitely the best overall track on the album, in my opinion, and most people's opinion. Um, the production just feels like a Kanye song in my eyes, but the lyrics and the way he's talking, feel like a sad, depressing song. When I first heard it, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to cry. Like I wanted to force cry to this song because it just felt beautiful. And then once I heard Mac Miller's passing, I genuinely wanted to force cry to this song because to me this song is the most eerie out of them all when I listen to it because he really made this song reminiscing on the good times. And he's also made a lot of songs reminiscing on the good times on Balloonerism, so which makes that album pretty sad as well. But this song felt very, very more for him, and I felt like this song is, I don't know, it just feels insanely eerie because like to reminisce on times where you felt like you were happier or you felt like you had the most happiest moments in your life because everything was just, I don't know, for him I'm assuming everything was more wild and just different, and he had a lot of fun probably, whether it was, I don't know, with then the people that he had in 2009. And him also just telling himself now that, like, if he could go back in 2009, he would tell himself that you got the demons, you got the fucked up, drug issue, and you got a bunch of shit that you're gonna go down upon, and he's trying to also tell himself, hey man, 2009 me, you might have all this fun, you might have all this enjoyability, but remember, buddy, you're not near God. You're not close to God. You got to get near Him. You got to get all these demons away from you, my boy. All that fun that you're going to have is going to come back to haunt you. And I think that's what makes 2009 even more fucking eerie because it's really sad. But it's such a beautiful song. Um, but it's kind of hard to cry because the production kind of feels like Kanye. And then So It Goes to me is a perfect ending to us. That the Indian, honestly, it perfects the theme of swimming. Um, I mean, just a bunch of cool little rhymes within it, and then the chorus, "So it goes." I guess so it goes. You got to